What's going on, everyone? I'm back with another Dream Opponent Series video. And now, can't get a Hallelujah chorus going. Nope. Okay. Yes. In case you're wondering why I'm asking for that, today I'm doing a Dream Opponent Series video for Damien Sandow. Yeah. Apparently, just about last month, I got a chance to meet this incredible guy, actually, after being released by the WWE. Of course, we can all talk about why they did to our blue in the face, but other than so that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to give you guys my 10 dream opponents for Mr. Damien Sandow, actually, as I addressed him when I met this great character, actually. Why not, actually? So it was really hard to make a list, actually, because there was plenty of guys that could rattled off if they hasn't wrestled before, or he might have, but still have a good match and tell a good story in the ring, actually. And now I'm gonna flat out admit this, okay? When he was on TV, they didn't give him much to do, actually. But when I saw him compete on What Culture Pro Wrestling, he had quite a good time, actually, and quite a good match. It seems to me it's like it feels like WWE restricts them to what they do, and of course their best work actually happens when they're out of the company, actually. So that's just me, actually. So that's a theory I'm gonna go off on. Okay, so here's a good potential list of dream opponents, actually. So I had to change this up a little bit, but here we go. Here's a finalized list. Okay, so here we go. Kicking off the list, Kevin Owens, actually. Believe it or not, these two have never faced each other. Not once, actually. Maybe in a Rumble, but never. Never, not once, actually. And it would be a pretty cool thing, pretty good story to tell, actually. You have Damien Sandow, the most intellectual savior matches against Kevin Owens, a big bare-knuckle bully, and of course, the current, I believe is the current Universal Champion, or I don't know, I haven't been following lately, but these two could really tell a story, actually. They could probably, go back and forth by saying, listen, I'm much smarter than you, I'm better than you, kind of thing. They could probably work off of that, but still, I want to be like, no, man, I'm still going to kick your ass, that kind of thing. And that would be pretty cool, actually. You got Damien Sandow, who's got years of experience. Both of them have got years of experience, but then he got Kevin Owens' style of being a hybrid, both a high flyer, and plus he can be a complete brawler, he can get down and dirty. So just take what they got. They could have a pretty cool battle of opposites, a complete polar opposites, but they can still have a good technical match nonetheless. So what boils down to is how well they can tell a story right then from there, just from that kind of thing. Then, of course, like I just said, throwing, oh, I'm more smart than you, we're better, blah, blah, blah. They can work from there, okay? Number 9, Johnny Mundo, actually. I know, they might have faced off each other against each other, probably back in OVW, which has probably been like almost a decade ago. But, of course, that was then. This is now, actually. So, now Damien Sandow is a star that he is, and Johnny Mundo, the face of Lucha Underground. So, why the hell not? This would be a huge, interesting confrontation, because Johnny Mundo, he's the Prince of Parkour. He's the honcho of hotness. You could probably go off like a crap ton of different, gimmicks or monikers, and you can still have a good match, actually. And I know some people have been telling me, oh, Johnny Mundo, is he John Morrison? He's Carlos Fair. I'm like, no, he hasn't, you idiot. Well, he's doing a very good job for himself in Lucha Underground, okay? He's got his own workout tapes. He's a good actor, for the most part. Actually, depends on what movies you put him in. And you can still have a good match. And, of course, between Sandow and Mundo, holy crap, there you go. That would be phenomenal, actually. Imagine, John Morrison pulling off his high-flying parkour-esque style against Damien Sandow's good ring prowess and technical ability. You could have another good classic on your hand. But if you want to throw in the Lucha Libre aspect, there you go. You probably got a good show-stealing match, probably on Lucha Underground, maybe. So, if I'm Robert Rodriguez or anyone that's booking Lucha Underground stuff, I'd say, if you can get Damien Sandow, book it. That would bring money, dude. Big money to Lucha Underground, okay? Number 8, Randy Savage. Why the hell not? For a brief time, let's think about this. Since Damien Sandow was known as Macho Mandow, think about this, okay? Obviously, his idol would have been Randy Savage, so why the hell not? Electoral Savior versus the Macho King or the Macho Man. That'd be awesome. Oh, yeah! Sorry about that, but imagine that. The elbow of disdain. Think about this. The elbow of disdain versus the Macho elbow. It's pretty much a battle of the elbows right then and there. And plus, they could have a good show-stealing match. And, of course, by show-stealing, you know what I'm talking about. Come on. Steamboat versus Savage. They could work some magic there, actually. Holy crap, okay? enough said there. Coming at number 7, Edge. Yeah. They may or may not have fought in a match one-on-one. They've had like a one-on-one encounter actually. If you remember, like a couple years ago when Rhodes Scholars, back remember when him and Cody Rhodes were a team, were feuding with Team Hell No, and I still remember that segment where Team Hell No was on Edge's segment, and like Edge just flat out just said, "Oh, shut up, man! Give these guys a time." And of course, they could probably work up a dynamic of being like, "Hey, why'd you shun me?" Okay, that kind of thing. And not to mention, here's another thing: Damien Sandow has faced almost every big veteran in the company in his time in WWE. John Cena, Randy Orton. Let's see, anyone else I can think of, but he's never faced Edge. Think about that. Normally, when you face a guy like Edge or John Cena, it's pretty much. I know people will say John Cena's just gonna bury you, kind of thing, but still, you got any one of those guys. It's all about fine tuning their skills, actually. But to me, Sandow versus Edge, that would be a good thing to cap off his career. But of course, as you know, Edge is retired, but still. Edge and Sandow, they could really work some magic. And essentially, kind of think about this. I see a little bit of Edge in Damien Sandow, actually, and vice versa kind of thing. So, yeah, like, Edge has always been complaining. I've heard about this, was that Edge has always complained, like, there are some characters that have come and gone that's always been trying to rip him off or copy his ability or something like that. But I don't think so. But if you kind of think about this, Edge has something that no one else has, is that the ability to, to just be an ultimate opportunist, be a good prime, talent. And Sandow and any of these other talents have that ability, actually. So you get Sandow's style, you get Edge's style, you get all these other good elements. You can have a good technical match, you can have a high-flying match, they could get down dirty. There you go. Another good dream match right then and there. Number 6, Shinsuke Nakamura. Holy hell, why the hell not? Come on. It's pretty much a big clash of styles. You got the American style versus the Japanese hard-hitting style, and not to mention, these two are just great characters in themselves. Just a battle of characters and styles. It would still be a good match nonetheless. Because, let's see, Nakamura's faced some other good guys. Same thing with Damien Sandow. He's faced a slew of good talent in WWE. So, why the hell not? This would be a huge culture clash, and a clash of both the American and the wrestling and the Japanese style. And there you go. Another good classic on your hands. Now we're getting into serious stuff, actually. Number 5, Kurt Angle. Okay, come on. The wrestling machine, actually. Kurt Angle's always been able to, just go out there and make a young guy look good. And in case of Sandow, it would definitely work, actually. Even though Sandow's been in the business almost, 12 years now, just almost as long as Kurt Angle, maybe longer than that, just as long. But still, this would be a good way to cap off both Kurt Angle's career and Sandow's career of, being able to compete with an Olympic gold medalist, actually, because Kurt Angle is a pure talent, actually. When you get in the ring with a pure talent, you're gonna get your money's worth, but you're also it's essentially, bring your best shot, man, okay? I'll take what you can give me, okay? That kind of thing. So Sandow can essentially bring what he can do and hopefully take on a guy as Kurt Angle. Obviously, no one can match up to Kurt Angle's ferocity as him because, when he puts you in the ankle lock, you're screwed. But still, can just have a good technical match. But definitely, you can essentially turn Damien Sandow into another good, purebred athlete and a purebred talent, actually. Just worth it, okay? Number 4, Mr. Perfect. Yeah, I'm going a long way back, actually, because what can I say about Mr. Perfect? Him and Bret Hart SummerSlam, good stuff, actually. Once again, going back to Kurt Angle, I think being a pure talent, when you get in the ring with a guy like Mr. Perfect, you're expected to have a good match, and he can make you look good, and that's what Mr. Perfect can do, hopefully with Damien Sandow. And also, it would be kind of a pretty cool thing. It's, Damien Sandow, he's the intellectual savior of the match. I'm a classy guy. Take on Mr. Perfect, who's a perfect athlete. So, both of them are essentially kind of like almost mirror images of each other, but they still have to bring out the best in each other. So, these two could have a potentially good match. Think about this. You got the Old Disdain versus the Firstman Suplex or the Mr. Perfect Plex, whatever the fuck it calls, from my language, but still, holy hell. You got a good match on your hands. Dollar signs all over. And like I said, passing out the torch kind of thing, almost pure cut, talents or gimmicks kind of thing. Number 3, Leapin' Lenny Poffo. Obviously makes my list because if you kind of think about this, Damien Sandow's gimmick, because intellectual saving the masses. So you kind of think about this, he was essentially kind of like the next Lenny Poffo, because Lenny Poffo was known as the genius, or that kind of gimmick. Remember that gimmick? And I met Lenny Poffo. He was great actually, and like, even though he's not as popular or as over as anyone else, but still, just having two guys with a similar gimmick, and they could just have a battle of what wits in the ring. They could also just a battle of IQ. Be like, they could be challenging each other. What name do you X amount, 42nd president of the United States, or be like, which of the following is not noble gas, or something like that. They could just battle each other in a battle of wits of any subject, history, science. That would be really entertaining stuff. Actually, imagine the promos. I could just see that right then and there. And then, of course, throwing Lenny Poffo good poetry. There you go. Can't go wrong with poetry. Hey, like I said, wrestling is kind of like art. I agree. So, yeah. Poetry, wrestling, battle of wits and intelligence. There you go. Entertainment at its finest. Number 2, Austin Aries, the greatest man that ever lived. He makes my list because I would kind of disagree with him. He's not the greatest man. Well, he's an amazing talent. He's traveled over the world. He's got an amazing look and just amazing ability in the ring. So, take Austin Aries and take Damien Sandow. They could have a good clash of egos, as I would say, or almost clear-cut images of each other. That would be pretty fun, actually. So, yeah, the Elbow Disdain versus the Last Chancery, or Austin Aries' crazy elbow. You know what I'm talking about, that with theatrics kind of thing, that kind of thing. Plus maybe Damien Sandow can also reach into his bag of tricks and maybe pull out moves we've never even seen before. Because Austin Aries has been known to reach into his arsenal and bring out some dirty tactics or something that no one has ever been able to do before. So this would essentially be like, can you top this? And with Aries and Sandow probably almost at a good level, they could bring out the best in each other. All right? And now, number 1, Jay Lethal. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Why Jay Lethal? Because, let's see. Jay Lethal, he is another good, pure talent on the face of the planet. And not to mention, I could definitely see a good match just between these two guys, even though they're completely polar opposites of each other. One's like a middleweight, or a light heavyweight. You have Lethal or a cruiserweight almost. It's just kind of like that actually, and it's almost like essentially a battle of wits and experience versus the young hungry upstart. Well, not so much anymore, but it would still be pretty cool to watch because they're both decorated guys in their own words, actually. So, yeah, imagine that. The lethal injection, the lethal combination against whatever Sandow can throw at him, actually. It's all there. Just like what I mentioned with Aries, they can bring out the best of each other. They really got find that medium of, can you top this and reach to their bag of tricks and just pull out an all-out classic. Can they go a different distance? Yeah. Come on. Lethal has faced some great talent throughout his career. Same with Damien Sandow. At some point, these two should clash, and they would, actually. And, of course, not to mention, both these two had a brief run in What Culture, so why hell not get them back in What Culture for their ultimate dream match? Because so far, What Culture Pro Wrestling has put on another dream match in itself. Hello, Angle versus Rhodes, Cody Rhodes, that kind of thing. Why not do the same with Sandow versus Lethal? There you go. Money, 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 people. What Culture? I hope you're listening. So, book it. That's what I'm going to tell you. Enough said. So, those are some of my picks for what I feel would be Damien Sandow. If you guys miss someone, or if there's anyone that I've overlooked, let me know. Okay? So, that does for today. Thumbs up this video, subscribe to my channel, and keep it tuned here for some more awesome videos.